How's it going, people? Welcome back to Lee's channel. Hope everyone is well. I know we're a bit late, but you know, it is what it is. And obviously, I say a bit late, but usually this show's at 8 p.m. and we're trying to bring it a bit earlier because of the football going on Mondays now. Lee, how's it going, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm breathing. I haven't had a haircut yet. I'm not one of these that was queuing outside JD Sports in Oxford Street today.
I've seen them pictures.
Bro, this country has to be the dumbest country on the planet. I swear down. What are you queuing outside JD Sports for that you couldn't buy online?
Yeah, they were doing free next day delivery and shit. Like, what was you waiting for?
Bro, I've seen people queuing for Primark and that. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, I like sitting on my own, bro. Real talk, I can't lie.
Yeah.
I'm running around queuing up to go in Primark and. What's the matter with these people?
Let the dust settle a bit and then we'll go out there because I'm the same now. I'm not in all that, you know, too many people, too many queues. And
I need a haircut badly. I cut it myself last time, and I've missed mad. My hair's just mad, right. But I ain't in a rush to go and get it cut. I've waited 4 months, 5 months, so I might as well just wait another couple of weeks.
Like, come on, man, exactly. And summer's not really here yet, anyway. So it's not like we're going outside and we're going to be enjoying the days to come. It's still cold out there, so in and out for me until it gets a bit better. Obviously, we're coming off the back of a win, but we're also coming off the back of a disappointing first leg against Prague. Let's just touch on the Prague one quickly and let's just touch on Sheffield United first because we're going to talk about Prague coming up as well. We can discuss the first leg. Yeah. What do you take from that 3-0 lead, if anything?
We shouldn't have risked Saka.
Big
one thing. I was shocked to see him start, if I'm honest, because he pulled out the England squad and he was benched for one of the games before this, and I was like, well, okay. And then I don't know I think it's just a dead leg. He had the ice pack on, he was walking and everything fine, but I think it was just a dead leg. He clashed with Brewster, I think it was, but I still wouldn't have risked him. Like he's been one of our best players, if not our best player this season. So I wouldn't have risked him. It's Sheffield United. But when I see Granit Xhaka at left back, I was shocked because when I see the starting 11, I thought Saka was at left back, innit?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah,
and I was like, okay, well, cool. And I was like,
then when I see Ceballos was number 10.
Yeah, and I was like, really? And I'm like looking at Xhaka and I'm thinking, bro, Xhaka's got a dilemma, you know, because every time he goes forward, he's going to look backwards and see no one behind him.
He's
kind of left back, wasn't it?
It's the truth.
But to be fair, bro, that was the most comfortable afternoon we have had all season. They were crap. Yeah, like literally crap. Big up Martinelli as well, man. Yeah. Did you see Arteta's? Somebody put it on Twitter. Arteta's facial expression when Martinelli scored.
No.
He looked vexed. Yes.
I need to see it. I'll check it after this.
Yeah, I'll find it and try and send it. I'll see if I can find it. Yeah? He looked vexed, bro. Yeah, it was just like, wow. Man weren't happy that Martinelli scored. Bro, I was buzzing for Martinelli. Like, Martinelli had more shots in that game than Willian has in 33 games.
Yeah, and that's with him looking rusty as well, because that wasn't a sharp Martinelli. Obviously, sharpness comes with game time. That was a rusty Martinelli, and he's still done well. He's still done better than we've seen others do.
Yeah, and the thing is that after the game as well, he done an interview and he said because like he got a couple of knocks in the game and that, didn't he? And we took him off in the end. Yeah, and he said, "No, I'm ready to play on Thursday."
I thought you put that up on Instagram, innit?
Yeah, I put it on. Yeah, I was like, shots fired, mate. I'm ready to play on Thursday. I thought, big man Martinelli, bro.
Well, he done the Ozil thing. Ozil did that at the beginning of the season, saying like, I'm fit to play, you know. It's up to the manager kind of thing.
But this is the thing, like, I'm not going to read too much into that result. Like I said to you backstage, people were saying, it looks like we've lost 3-0 the way you're talking. They're relegated with nearly the same amount of points record as Derby County with the overall record. They've been poor this season. I expect to slap them. Yes, it's the first time we've beaten them at their ground in the league, but or since 91 or whatever it was. Right, first time in the Premier League anyway at their ground. But I expect to beat them. Lacazette, by the way, I thought was fantastic. I thought he was brilliant. And why couldn't he have done that on Thursday when he's clean through? Like,
I think we all thought that when he finished the first one and then the second one, we all thought like, why didn't you do that against Prague? We would have swapped any of those goals against Prague.
Yeah. But no, overall, listen, clean sheet, first one we've had in about 14 games. 15 games, 3 goals. Martinelli involved. Danny Ceballos, when he ain't got to defend all game, looked all right. He looked pretty good, to be fair. And
Shaq was released a bit, innit?
Yeah, and Callum Chambers didn't have a lot to do, but going forward, I thought he was all right. It was just a routine, comfortable stroll in the park on a Sunday evening, mate. Yeah, and the main business is on Thursday, because it's all well and good doing that, and everyone going, see, that's what. Oh, look, trust the pro, all that crap. End of the day, if we get knocked out on Thursday, mate, watch how many people turn on it.
I asked you that question about what do you take from the game, because for me, there's nothing we can really take. Even like you said, I completely agree. We pretty much dominated the game. It was pretty much the easiest 90 minutes we've had all season. We won 3-0, kept the clean sheet. But I will still say there's nothing we can take from that game to say we're going to build on that, because we've been there and done that, where we find false hope in little things, and in the end, egg is on our face. I asked you to title the video Mismanagement because of that point you made. Saka. Now, I'm not too sure. I haven't got an update on Saka today. I don't know if you have. It did look like it'll be a minor setback. It looks like he might be there on Thursday, but it wasn't worth the risk in the first place. Like some people have mentioned, the risk of Tierney against Liverpool. That one I understand a bit more, coming off international. But actually, Tierney played a few games for Scotland, which potentially Arteta should have saw and said, you know what, we got a bigger game Thursday. But listen, I'll give him Tierney, the first game back from international break. You want him to hit some form to get into the Europa League. Cool. It didn't work out. This one here today, yesterday, I just want to bring this super chat from Kieran now, because it falls into what I'm about to say. He says, evening, gents. Hope you're both well. Thoughts on the Balogun contract situation? Apologies if you've covered it previously. # Lee Stellafun. And the reason I brought Kieran's thing up is because Balogun.
Pick up the Stella Fund, my guy.
Come on, Kieran knows what it is. But it's Balogun. Balogun's a player I wanted to see. Aziz is a player I wanted to see. Reece Nelson, I wanted him to get a chance. Maybe even a Joel Lopez. You know, I think it was a game to give people an opportunity, but we didn't get that. You know. So what's your thoughts on Balogun's contract?
Before I say that, you just said about Tierney. Yeah. There was also Martin Odegaard. Yeah, Martin Odegaard, after the game the other night, this manager came out and said, "Oh, well, we've been playing him through injury." Well, why are you playing him through injury? Do Real Madrid know you're doing that?
Yeah.
Like, real talk. This guy's got an injury record in the last 6, 7, 8 months. That's got 5, 6 little knocks here and there. Yeah. Play a guy through injury, bruv. Oh my days. Like, I know players do it. I know they have injections and stuff to play, but bruv, if you want to get that guy, and Odegaard's been all right, if you want to get that guy to be an integral part of our team for the rest of this Europa League campaign, it could be over on Thursday, but if we're going to try and win it, and we do win it, we're going to need him on it, we're going to need Aubameyang on it, we're going to need Tierney on it, which don't look like it's going to happen now. Yeah. Saka, well, 3 of them are injured, and one of them's got flu, apparently. Coming back to Balogun, everybody was sitting out there that was tweeting out, putting out on Insta, putting out on Facebook and YouTube saying, "Oh, it's a joke. How can he command 100 grand a week? Blah, 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 blah. Get rid of him." Yeah. I hope you're all going to apologize for the abuse you sent him, because I see the tweets that you were putting out there. I see some of the comments on his posts. Yeah. Because he ain't asking for 100 grand a week. And even if he was, I would have took the hit and paid him anyway. I said that to you on here.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
Right. Because at the end of the day, the PR machine of Arsenal Football Club knows no bounds, bruv. Yeah. Right. All of a sudden, he's now going to sign a contract. And Arteta has turned his head and told, "Shut up, man." Yeah, real talk. Yeah, he was going to sign a contract if it was on the right terms, and the right terms didn't mean 100 grand a week. It meant give me some playing time, mate. Yeah. I don't know
what's funny about what you just said. Sorry, before you continue, the club do this, and we've seen it with Willian before, and it's an attempt to make the manager seem like he is, pivotal to everything. Now, it's all good and well if it works, but when you're also telling us that Willian, a key decision behind him signing was the manager saying Champions Leagues and this and that, it's like, well, that PR exercise you tried to do actually damaged the manager's reputation and damaged the reputation of the club. So sometimes they're too quick with, trying to connect the dots in a sense.
Well, it's the same with Martinelli, right? So the PR with Martinelli from the Arsenal journalists has been, yeah, but he's converting him into a striker. Yeah. Well, he is a striker.
Yeah.
Yeah, number one. And number two, how many times has he played as a striker under Arteta? Since them when he's come on as a sub, in PR post, I think he's come on as 2 or 3 sub appearances and then started. All of them left wing.
Yeah, not since he replaced Oba, I believe. Or even then, was he up front when he replaced Oba last year?
That was last year. Yeah, that was when he scored at Chelsea, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
And since this PR about we've not seen him because he's being converted into a number 9. Well, since them stories have come out, every appearance he's made has been left wing, mate.
Yeah, it's true.
But people like me and you will see that. Yeah, there's people in the chat that recognise that. The majority won't see it. They just see Martinelli's playing, so they don't care. Yeah. And it's anything to keep the nice, fun, cool vibes going. Yeah. At the end of the day, Martinelli is a striker. I don't know him. I don't know anybody that knows Martinelli. I don't know whether he wants to play striker. He might have told the club, piss off, I want to play left wing. Yeah, which is maybe why he's not being played, because Aubameyang's left wing. Yeah. But at the same time, don't try dressing it up and putting the wool over our eyes that he's being trained up to be a striker. And then the next 3 games he plays left wing. Yeah, come on. Yeah,
so
but that's
confusing things
all over.
Yeah, confusion all over. That's what it is. A lack of clarity all over. And it leaves fans to try and work it out, and that's where you get these, stories from, or these, pockets of hope. Like Martinelli's playing, but is he in the right system? Is the right players around him? Is he in the right environment? Because that all matters too, especially when you're young. You can't just fling young players in. We want to see the young players because we're tired of the old ones.
Yeah. And you know what? You make a great point, right? For the last 5 games, Arsenal training videos have been Martinelli slapping one top bins. Yeah. Literally every week. Yeah. 5 games straight, they've put out clips of Martinelli. Yeah. And it's like, and then it comes to match day, he's benched. Do you know why they do that? Because they know Martinelli's going to get no grief. Yeah. All the comments will just be play him. Yeah. Play him or we riot. But you just said about you can't just throw all the kids in. Yeah. Did you watch the El Clasico the other night?
No, I watched the first half and about 10 minutes of the second half. Yeah,
that game, right? Barcelona's first 11 had 5 players 23 or under. Yeah, and I was like, this is one of the biggest clubs, if not the biggest club on the planet, and they're going toe to toe with the second or even the first. You could argue them 2 either way, yeah, right? And they got a lesson in the first half. Second half, bruv, that was one of the best games of football I've watched this season. It was mad. The rain was choked as well.
Yeah, even the first half.
5 players under 23 in their team, bruv.
Yeah, even the first half, there was some good football there as well. And you know what? Barcelona are in a bit of a mess right now, but even though they're relying upon young players, I bet, this summer comes and Barcelona make sure those young players are supported well from the outside with a bit of experience. And that's where it's all good and well giving our young players the chance because we want it. But sometimes our young players getting the chance tricks this board into thinking, yes, or not even tricks. They know the score. Trick the manager or the owner to say, maybe we don't need to spend as much as we thought we did because he's coming through now. And it's just a cycle. I don't know what Nick's talking about here, but he said, apparently you're going to be humble. Check Twitterly.
I seen the tweet. Somebody was saying about Arteta is going to win the title or something. Bro, these people they only do it for a rise, bro. Like that's why I just ignore them. Literally, bro. There's no evidence to suggest this manager's going to win the title ever. Yeah. Maybe if he's playing Football Manager or FIFA or something like that, then he might win a league. But he ain't going to with Arsenal. Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear you though, because at the end of the day, a lot of people base their hope on Arteta on very little. So I think that, like I've said before, blind positivity has hurt this club far more than negativity has, even though a lot of people want to bang on about negativity.
When I sit there and I say toxic positive, right, I say it all the time on Twitter, toxic positive. You're just being positive for positive's sake, but your positivity is lowering the standards, which then makes it toxic. Because what happens is you're only tweeting and only putting out on Insta and other platforms, oh yeah, but it's this and it's that, and you're blaming everything else other than looking at the root causes of these problems at the club, and then when Tottenham lose, you'll laugh at Tottenham. Well, they're still above us, mate.
Yeah.
You'll laugh at Liverpool if they lose, but they're still above us.
Yeah.
You know, you laugh at every other team, but then when it's Arsenal, oh, it's VAR. Yeah. Individual errors. Oh, you can't legislate for lack of missing sitters. Where was this with Wenger? Because if that's the case, we should have just kept him.
Yeah. Excuses galore, isn't it? That's what it
Yeah.
is.
It's mad. And it is toxic because what happens is, like, and I said this the other day, yeah, there's only every single on all platforms that I see, there's not one big account other than Troops, yeah, that's Arteta out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he gets mad traction, yeah, right? And he's Arteta out. Every other massive account on YouTube, Facebook, Insta, and Twitter is Arteta in. Why? It's because they've got to deal with Arsenal Direct. They've got to deal with this. They've got to deal, and it's like it just pisses me off, Turkish, because with the big platforms these people build on Twitter and Insta, etc., they got a massive reach. Why don't you start educating people on what the actual fucking issues are, rather than sitting there saying, yeah, but if we had this, or if VAR hadn't done that, come on, man, it's all if buts and maybes. Let's talk about real shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
People are more interested in putting a blindfold on than taking blindfolds off. That's what it seems to be. And I get what you're saying about big accounts, because you don't tend to see the reality of the club situation on big accounts. We tend to see a cover up, masking, blindfolding. We tend to see, maybe chasing that light at the end of a tunnel. But again, I'm going to say it. One of the comments on my channel the other day was that light at the end of a tunnel is a train. And that just, typifies every light we've thought we saw at the end of a tunnel ever since we've left Highbury. Ever since we've left Highbury, there's been multiple lights that we think we see. But in reality, look at us now, 15 years later. We are not seeing any light. So I agree with you there. Did you see the training ground videos that popped up recently?
There's been loads, man. Which one?
The one where Xhaka hit Nelson in the back of the head and run away. The one where his trousers are...
yeah. And he's pulled his shorts down and he's like...
Yeah, Bellerin is doing some karate.
I actually quote tweeted the guy who put the thread out, and I said, we are the least serious football club in the Premier League. Yeah. This team, at the time, this team were 10th when them videos went out, yeah? And they're pissing about in training. How about learn how to tackle, shoot, defend, pass? Yeah? It's all well and good doing it against Sheffield United. Listen, they've got 14 points, mate. Lacazette scored 2 goals less than their whole team this season. Yeah, in the league. Yeah?
Yeah.
Or 3 goals, something like that. But either way, like, maybe it's because we're so invested in Arsenal. I'm sure this shit happens at other football clubs. Like Leicester, for example, they have 3 players not in their squad because they went out partying. Yeah? Okay. Like Maddison, Jose Perez, and Hamza Chowdhury. Yeah? And Brendan Rodgers just outed him and said, they broke COVID regulations. We couldn't have them in the team. Yeah, and that was for a big game against West Ham. Yeah. Like 3rd against 4th, yeah? Or 3rd against 5th at that particular point. But it's like, I'm sure this happens at other clubs, but maybe because we watch Arsenal content more, maybe we see it more. I don't know. But when I see fans in the chat from other clubs, they just laugh, bruv. They're just like, your club's a disgrace.
Well, you couple all listen, it happens at other clubs, but if you couple up what's happening at this club with where we are, that's when it becomes embarrassing. I mean, it happens at other clubs, Leicester being one example, but they are where they are and they're grateful to be where they are because they're overachieving, And at the end of the day, these problems don't really make the headlines like they would at Arsenal because the media can't link those problems to poor form. They can't link those problems to a poor league.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Arsenal, it's like Arsenal are shit. We know that. Oh, that training ground video has come out. Let's link that to them being shit.
Have you seen the one where they're all holding hands and running off and then sliding on the floor? Have you seen that one from a few months ago?
No.
Yeah, they're all holding hands in training. We were 11th or 12th at the time, yeah? They're all holding hands and it's like a ooh, and then they just all fall on the floor. I'm like, you're fucking 11th.
Yeah, no way.
How dare that go out? Yeah. Like,
and I got a comment today on my channel again saying you're moaning about the social media team doing their job. But my thing is the social media team are not doing their job because they're actually throwing a lot of these players under the bus by putting out these videos. And, if we can see they're not serious on the pitch, if we're seeing that they're not serious off the pitch in training too, then surely you don't need to ask me, ask Lee, ask anyone what the problem is. It's there. If you want to work it out, but it's not hard to work out.
It's true. And like at the end of the day, I don't think they've ever used their social media platforms to do what's required. Yeah, they use their social media platform to spread propaganda about a shit manager who's underachieving, put out photos and pictures and photos and videos of players that we're desperate to see play, like Martinelli. Yeah. They used to do it with Ozil all the time because Ozil was idolized by the majority of our fans. Yeah, they'd put out pictures of Ozil, before matches because, and especially when he weren't playing, they know what they're doing. I think that what they should use their platforms for is to educate the fans. Yeah, as a fan base. Listen, I don't know everything about this football club, and I'm sure you don't. Yeah, right. There's a guy in the chat, Jez. Jez literally lived right opposite Highbury. Yeah, the amount of stuff that guy's taught me is unbelievable from being on this channel and coming on streams like member streams and stuff.
Engaging.
Yeah, and like it's like that's what I think they should use their platform for, to put out, like when they did in lockdown last. I think I got banned off their YouTube channel in the comments, because they did the Martin Keown documentary, right? And it had 20,000 views at that time, I put a comment in saying maybe if you educated the fan base on who Martin Keown is and what he was for the football club, it'd be on about 230,000 views or something, They banned me. And I was like, that's what they should use their platform for, to educate on this team or that player, do a profile breakdown and a career breakdown of the older players to understand where we're at from back then to where we are now. Instead, it's all about, let's just put out the fucking jokes in training. Yeah, let's just put out pictures of Martinelli when he ain't played for 6 months.
Like I'd love to see a video on Chapman, for example. I'd love to see a video on Chapman. I'd love to see a video on Wenger even. I know it ended sourly, but remind not only us, but remind these players who they're playing for. Bro, show them.
Jez told me, right? Big up to Jez. I know he's arguing with some idiot in my chat, who just makes 1 million accounts, bro. Right? The guy's obsessed. But Jez told me that the players, I don't know if you know this, but the players back in the day used to have to do a test on Arsenal history, to get into the football club. Yeah. Can you imagine if you sat Granit Xhaka down and gave him a test? Do you reckon he'd pass? He couldn't give a shit.
Do you reckon he'd pass?
He can't pass. That's the problem.
Imagine that. Imagine that. Can he pass an exam on Arsenal, mate? If the exam's sideways and backwards, he might pass it. But
they stopped doing that in the 80s, I think it was. Like mid 80s, I think they stopped doing that. And it's like, it just winds me up because, like, most people don't care about the history of the club anymore because the club just put out the right now, the here and now. The only people that they care about, like as a majority from what I see on social media, is the Henrys, the Bergkamps. But then when Bergkamp gets posted out anywhere on Arsenal socials, Ozil's clear. It's like, fuck off, mate. Like, but that's social media, and that is down to the football club not educating these people, and putting it out there for you to see and make another opinion on. Exactly. But people say I've got an agenda. You get it all the time. We've got an agenda. If I had an agenda, mate, you wouldn't be sat here because I'll just keep it closed off for me. And I'd peddle my agenda. There's other channels out there that don't get other people on. They just do it themselves. I have loads of people on this channel. So if it was just my agenda, then I'd close it off. It'd be a closed shop. Tom, who does the vibe show on match day, the build up, he's Arteta in. He does his own show. There you go. You can have your own show. And
that's the opinion,
like whether we agree with it or not, it's irrelevant. We're still pals. Like, but this football club's been gone for a long time, mate. And for me, when Wenger came out and said top 4 is a trophy, that's when this football club was buried, mate.
Because after that, that's when I had fellow Arsenal fans telling me top 4 was enough, and that's when I knew, you know what, they've won. And by they've won, I mean this club has won. And I don't mean a football game or a title. I mean the battle against us fans and tricking us to thinking.
We're lucky we've seen titles, mate.
Exactly.
We've seen another one.
Exactly. I'm glad. There was some big memories I've been part of, big matches I've been to, a lot of emotions, both up and down, but I've seen us win, and I think that's where our I don't know. That's where our pessimism, that's where our lack of hope comes from, because we've seen where the club was and now we see where they are. A lot of fans only got the perspective of where they are, where we are. And then there's nothing to, you know, compare it to apart from what's going on in football now. I don't really want to be comparing myself to now. I want to, you know, we are massive. We've won the 3rd most titles in this country. Yes, in Europe, we've been poor. Fine. But this club is it's a fallen giant, but it's a sleeping giant too. Yeah. So, you know, like hopefully one day, I don't think it, like Lee said, it's probably the last title I'll see. I'd probably agree with him. But all we can do is hope for the best and, you know, say it as it is. But like you said, you need to have varying opinions on your channel, because at the end of the day, that offers different perspectives. That offers you a chance to prove your point to someone else, and the other person's prove their point to you. And that's how you know, either win people over, you work in the right direction, you align, and what happens from there, who knows? Big up Jake. He says, I told Lee this. Niles, Saliba, Gabriel, and Tierney should have been the back 4. Only is disinterest because confidence in winning Europa is low. Maitland-Niles, he got man of the match today, apparently.
Again, they won 3-0, was it?
Was it 3-0? I watched. I saw
it was 3-0. I don't know if it finished 3-0.
Oh, last I saw it was 2-0, so they got another one.
That back line, I said that on a stream in the summer when the season ended. I think it was mid-August, after we'd won the Europa League. Fucking hell. After we'd won the FA Cup.
Yeah.
And I said, and the amount of people in the chat, like, I don't know if any of them will want to put their head above the parapet, said, Lee, that backline's too young, too inexperienced, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? I'd rather watch that than watch David Luiz, Rob Holding, like, and other clowns Bellerin. I would rather watch them 4. And I understand that Maitland-Niles didn't want to play right back. Cool. Yeah. But is he any worse than El Neni?
The problem with Maitland-Niles is he any worse? Is he any better? That's the problem with him.
And the thing is, I think personally, right, if somebody come to you, Turkish, right, and said, listen, I know that you're a midfielder, but I want you to play right back, and I can train you and teach you and nurture you at right back, and we can get the best trainers and coaches in the world to come and help you develop into a top right back, right? But you'll be playing for Arsenal Football Club as the first team right back every fucking game in the league. You'll be playing in Europe. We'll save you for the odd cup games here and there, and we don't want to burn you out. Do you think you would have said no to that? Like, would you say no to that? Because for me, I'd be like, right, I grew up at this club since I was 6.
Yeah.
Now I can play first team. He's got the height. He's got the physique. He's got the pace. Apparently, he's our quickest player. Apparently he's quicker than like anyone at the football club. He's even put that out himself, saying I'm quicker than everyone. So he's got the pace. His passing range is a bit shit, which is why I can't play him in midfield, But right back, I think he'd be sick. And I think you could manufacture him into being a top right back. If he didn't want to, cool. But I don't think that's the case. I
think he hasn't had the trust, because I'd agree with you. I'd say, like, if I trusted the manager, then I'd be like, yeah. And I just feel like, because Wenger played him right back, Emery as well, and then Arteta, and it just seems like he hasn't owned the role. I'm not sure whether it's because of the managers that he's been, you know, in.
But bruv, you remember when Martinelli did that one at Stamford Bridge?
Yeah.
And Bellerin equalised. Stoppage or whatever it was. 2-2. Maitland-Niles had been the go-to right back for months because Bellerin was out injured for a year, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Soon as Bellerin come back, Maitland-Niles benched. Bellerin started that game. That was his first start after his injury at Stamford Bridge. And I was like, what the fuck is he doing in the team? To be fair, he scored. So I had to humble pie. Right? But it was like, why would you drop him? For Bellerin, who's not kicked a football for a year. And like, you've dropped him. That must do his nut. Thinking like, it doesn't matter what I can do, this guy's walking in over me. It must piss you off, isn't it?
And it's a weird one, because even if you didn't want him, then sort it out in the summer. You know, there was some business we could have done in the summer where we could have potentially brought in money to buy one more player, creative, and we could have had a better season. But instead, you hold on to Maitland-Niles, you hold on to Eddie and Ketia, and then in January they're off. Willock is another one. Yeah. We all knew that. Okay, Maitland-Niles, he's been in and out the first team. Give him a chance. But with Willock and Eddie, we knew that they're not good enough. They should have gone in the summer, but instead, you know, they're on the verge of a cut price deal come up this summer. And yet again, we lose out. you know. Yeah. And Mitchell, we've already discussed the Balogun re-signing with the club. I can't confirm yes or no, but it did come out on Sky Sports that
apparently Wednesday is going to be the day it's announced. But how convenient that then comes out by the Arsenal journalist the day after we draw to Sparta Prague.
PR machine,
PR exercise. That's probably been signed for weeks.
Of course. Remember the summer, Oba's contract was signed every 2 weeks. It's signed, and all of a sudden, come the end of the transfer window, here, let's release it now. Oba signs new contract. It's like,
did you see Kevin De Bruyne here? Man, didn't even have an agent, bruv.
No.
Signed the deal. Man City didn't do no fancy video. They just tweeted out, Kevin De Bruyne has signed the contract extension until 2024. We're delighted to have him with us. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah? None of this egg timer and mask and all that crap.
Yeah.
And wheel out Ian Wright on the pitch and get his little pennies worth. Nobody cares. Yeah?
That shows, on the pitch. That shows the level of professionalism
and professionalism,
yeah, ambition and professionalism. Because re-signing a player, signing a player is not a cause for celebration unless you build on it.
Yep.
Now, Arsenal, I remember their Twitter on their bio, they put something about when it was Oba.
Yeah, they put the Gabon flag, the egg timer, and
your notifications on or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm there thinking, you lot have some cheek. We've gone downhill for 15 years, and you're here telling me egg timer. You're telling me put my notifications on. Are you man taking the piss? Just release the news and let's keep it moving. But that's not the Arsenal way, is it?
No, Arsenal way is banter, bruv. Banter. It's all about vibes, bruv. Vibes FC. That's all it is.
Vibes FC, 100%. Let's talk about this Europa League game coming up because it's another cup final. We've already said cup finals every Thursday until we go out. We might be going out this Thursday, but what do you think? Do you think we'll go through this Thursday? I actually think we will. I think we will.
My heart's telling me yes, but my head's saying nah. And I hope I'm wrong with the head one, but I hope we go through. But it is hope. Turkish, they beat Sparta Prague at the weekend, yeah? They're local rivals. They're 17 points clear in the title race, yeah?
And haven't lost 38 games. 39 games.
Yeah, 39 games. Bro, they don't concede many goals. People are saying that we were unlucky. We hit the post. We had a couple of clear-cut shots. Blah, 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 blah. It's all if, buts and maybes, mate, yeah? At the end of the day, we drew 1-1.
Yeah.
And they can just sit and park the bus. It's down to us to try and get through it. And when it's low block FC against us, we struggle, mate. Yeah,
we had our chances.
Everyone in the box, yeah. And if you score, then they'll have to. If we scored, they'll have to come out, yeah. But I do think we will go through. But I would not be surprised one bit if we got knocked out. And even if we go through, Unai Emery's got one step in the semi-final, bro. Although they did lose to Osasuna last night at home.
Yeah.
But I think that's more him having one eye on that game on Thursday.
Emery loves this competition, isn't it?
Bro, can you imagine the fucker wins it with Villarreal?
Whilst knocking us out on the way, you know, like if there's ever an ending to a story, Emery's story at Arsenal might end in that manner, you know.
To be fair, I do think if we play Villarreal, I do think he'll beat us. Real talk. I do.
Well, at the moment,
he's fucking levels above Arteta.
Yeah, at the moment, I'd have to say, listen, it's one thing being confident against Slavia Prague. I say that because I'm not confident in ourselves. I'm just confident that they're a poor team, which we saw on Thursday. It's just that so are we. With Villarreal, I'm worried. With Villarreal, I'm not going to be confident to say we're going to go through. With Villarreal,
technically are fucking sick. Yeah. But he has got an aging team. Yeah, he's got an aging team, but he's a sick manager tactically. Yeah, I don't think he's an elite level manager. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, he did deserve to go. But at the same time, could you imagine where we'd be if we had him this season? Because we wouldn't be fucking ninth, mate. Yeah, no, I think we'd be in the top 4 race all day long.
We wouldn't. Imagine that. Because I just see this chat here. If Emery gets Arteta sacked, that would be beautiful. Imagine that actually happened. Because everyone's saying now, Lee, we know your thoughts and we know that, you know,
if he wins it or not, sack him.
Yeah. But we know you would have done that already. And to be honest, in November, December, when you look at who Arsenal are meant to be, it should have been done. You know, regardless of what I say about the board and ownership, it not being done proves what I say, that the board and ownership are a problem too, because
Yeah.
If there wasn't a problem, they would have done what you wanted at that time. But Arteta's at a place now where Slavia Prague, if you don't go through to them, it's on you. And even with Villarreal, even though I wouldn't be confident going in against them, if you told me at the start of the season, Arsenal will play Villarreal and Unai Emery in the semi-final of the Europa League, what do you think? I would be confident. It's just because of the shit season we've had and the way Arteta's managed the season, we're not. But that's not going to make me now turn around and say, if we lose to Villarreal, Arteta shouldn't go. I still expect him to, go there. We are Arsenal, front foot, take it to them.
Yeah.
But we won't. We won't.
God, look at the semi-final when we play Valencia. We slapped 7 past that lot.
Yeah, 4-2 and 3-0 in it or something.
Yeah, slaps them, bruv. Aubameyang hat-tricks and all sorts, bruv. Yeah. And we were on our way to Baku to get hammered. But, bruv, I've even put a tenner on Emery to win it. I can't lie. I put a tenner on him the other day to win it. Yeah, because the guy knows how to win the competition. Imagine Coquelin plays for Villarreal. Imagine man scores against us and knocks us out.
Shit, Coquelin, Mad.
Bro, Coquelin. They got Etienne Capoue in midfield. Bro, I swear, I went through the team. Alberto Moreno at left back. He played for Liverpool years ago.
Oh, Moreno, no way.
They got one Foyth who used to play for Tottenham, a fucking right back, and he's a centre back. Carlos Bacca, he's older than me. Yeah, fucking Danny Parejo. Bro, they're a team full of pensioners, and he's got 1 foot in the semi-final. That alone, deserves a fucking clap.
Some of those names are literally rejects.
Bro, I think the goalkeeper's 38. Can you imagine? Yeah, we get it's the first leg. If we get through and they get through, it's the first leg away. I'm sure somebody in the chat will tell us it's the first leg away, because can you imagine he knocks us out at the Emirates?
Fucking hell, imagine.
I'd expect
Torres is a decent defender, definitely, because they got a defender called Torres too. He's a decent
Torres, he's decent. Yeah, Raul Albiol as well. Raul Albiol, he's fucking ancient, bro. It's mad.
Literally a team full of OGs, OG rejects. But they're in the Europa League semi-final. I believe they're still doing well in La Liga.
They're nearly there. Do you know what? If you look at their results, they beat Dynamo Zagreb, who knocked Tottenham out. 3 goals they've slapped past Tottenham the other week. Man went to their patch, bruv, and beat them 1-0 with that team. Right. He beat fucking Dynamo Kiev 2-0 away from home. And he beat Salzburg 2-0 away from home. It's like 3 away knockout ties. He ain't conceded a goal with that fucking shit team.
And you know what's funny? I'm looking at the La Liga now. Villarreal have dropped off to a point where I'd say top 4's out of their grasp, which means similar to us, top 4's out of our grasp. If we're both to face each other, we both have the same thing on the line: Champions League money and football. And it'd be interesting to see who lifts themselves up for it. And we're already we're not looking past Prague, but we're thinking ahead. And Lee, we might just be here next Monday. The league's done. The season would be done if we go out the Europa League too. Early, 12th of April. Well, it'll be 19th of April next Monday. What's your prediction? Let's go with a prediction now, because you think we'll go through
2-1. I'm going 2-1 Arsenal. Yeah, they'll score. We're shit. They'll score.
Yeah, 2-1. That. I'm going to say 3-1 because of the amount of chances we had in that first leg. If we don't bury them, because we're going to have chances in the second leg. If we don't bury them, I'm going to build myself up for a big 4 and say 3-1 Arsenal. I think it won't be as comfortable as it sounds. I think that their away goal, it obviously means a lot. But if we take the lead in that game, I'll be confident. If Slavia Prague score first, it might be good. It might be good night.
I might be ending my watch along if they score first, mate.
Oh yeah.
I might just unplug. I just might unplug the Wi-Fi, brother, and say bollocks to it.
Yeah, have you seen it? When X saw Willock score the equalizer against? He was like, "End the stream, blood. End the stream, blood. End the stream, blood. End." And that was so funny. I can't lie.
Did you see it when he fell off his chair the other week? That was
I seen that one as well. It's mad. So we got predictions in. A lot of people saying 2-0 Arsenal, 3-0, 1-0. Omar in there saying we're going out. But more people, it looks like 90% are confident of a win. But I don't think many of us are confident of winning the Europa League.
Nope.
Which is the big key. Lee, what time are you back tomorrow?
Probably around 2 o'clock. I'm going to do like an early afternoon stream. Then I'll be back at 5. And keep your eyes peeled at 10 o'clock. I've got something coming up. It's a new thing I'm trying. So keep your eyes peeled. Well, it'll be about 5 to 10, 10 to 10. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, man, big things coming.
I'm going to look out for that too. 10 p.m. tomorrow. Look out for that, people. Rich says we're going down 2-0. Super chat, Rich. Hopefully you're wrong, but I can understand why you'd think that, if I'm honest.
Make sure you subscribe to Turkish's channel as well, by the way. Over 40k now.
Yeah, trust me, man. Slowly but surely we're getting there. Big 6 on about hour and a half time, 10 p.m. live. Make sure you're there.
Link in the title. Click on Turkish hyperlink, blue hyperlink in the title, straight there. Subscribe.
Come on. Man. Sure, you guys hit the like button too, people. I don't know how many likes we're on, but there's 600 or close to 600 people here. Get the likes up to 4.
Likes. That's a fucking shambles, bruv. Like our season.
That's
a disgrace. Anyone who ain't hit the like button, you're a wrong'un, mate. If you come and watch me every day, or you come and watch this show every week, yeah, it should be standard procedure that you walk into the chat and go like.
That's it. Calm. Calm. Any other words, Lee, before we head out?
I'll tear her out.
Yeah, it might be Friday, mate.